Hello, welcome to another top 10 here on my channel. Today I'm going to look at my top 10 best films of 2018 it is, yes indeed. This is my list of favorite movies. It will essentially be mostly big blockbuster movies. If you wanted some smaller movies, I haven't seen that many, so yeah. Anyway, and of course this is my opinions, so yeah. Number 10 are going to be Ready Player One. Ready Player One, in my opinion, are very interesting because they essentially took, well, it was a book, it is from a book essentially, but it is a lot of game related franchises in it, and it is just fun to see them in action in a big blockbuster movie. I never thought this will essentially be made, so yeah, just fun that it is made, and it was a decent movie as well. Number 9, The Happy Time Murders. This movie didn't get that great reviews, but I liked it mainly because how fun and interesting it was, because it was essentially Muppets or something similar to that, Sesame Street dolls or whatever you want to call it, in a more gritty, gritty world. Essentially it is more of a for not humans, adults essentially. It's more of an adult movie instead of children's kind of movie, and I loved how dark they essentially got with it, and it was just interesting and fun to watch it essentially. Number 8, Black Panther. Black Panther were a decent movie in my opinion. It had great action and great atmosphere, and it isn't often that you see, well, Africa. I believe it was Africa at least. I don't know where they filmed it, but yeah. It was interesting, it had great acting, and it was just a good movie in my opinion. Number 7, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp is equally as good as the first movie in my opinion. It had great acting, great action, it was just great superhero movie essentially, and I like the villain as well. Sorry, I'm sluddering a little bit. I'm thinking more and more that Ant-Man essentially have more villains that I actually like, so yeah. Number 6, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is the most recently released movie, and it was one of the most interesting to watch this year. I usually don't watch superhero movies that are animated, but this one I just wanted to see because it was a superhero movie that was animated, that was essentially released in cinemas. They usually are direct-to-DVD movies, and this one was just amazing when it comes to the animation, the acting, well, voice acting it is, and the atmosphere. It was just phenomenal what it did essentially, so yeah. Number 5, The Incredibles 2. The first one were amazing in my opinion. It was one of the most fun and interesting animated movies of all time, the first one. The second one is good, not equally as good as the first one, but it is still a good movie, and it had great jokes, animation and acting, just everything fits together perfectly. But it is sadly not as good as the first one, but it is still a really good movie and I recommend it. Number 4, Deadpool 2. Deadpool is back, good as always, or at least as the first movie, so yeah, that's all. Number 3, Mission Impossible Fallout. The Mission Impossible movies have gotten better and better for each installment, and this one are just amazing for all of the action, all of the acting, all of the stunts, just amazing. I think Mission Impossible have actually become essentially better than James Bond at this point, in my opinion. If you don't, that is at least in my mind, because they have, well, Tom Cruise are amazing in the most three recent movies, essentially Mission Impossible, and he are doing a lot of work in them. And this one are just phenomenal in all all of its glory. All of the other actors and actresses are also really great, and just everything are managed well together and just great. Number 2, A Quiet Place. I usually don't like horror movies, but in 2 recent years I've seen a lot more interesting horror ideas, so I wanted to see them. And this is one of those ideas essentially. It's just great in how they essentially. It isn't a quiet movie in the sense, but it's essentially the main character is trying to be as quiet as possible in order to stay away from all of the monsters in the world essentially. And I just think that it's interesting and scary at the same time, but it's more interesting to watch essentially. And it was greatly filmed and put together. Of course there are some scenes that I think are a little bit ridiculous, but overall it's just an amazing movie. And of course, number 1 are going to be Avengers: Infinity War. This movie are my favorite this year, mainly because how well put together the movie is with the amount of characters they essentially have on the screen. It's the biggest superhero movie I think of all times at this point, because of how many characters are in the same movie, and essentially putting all of them together in a coherence or in a good way, and essentially giving each and everyone enough time on the screen are essentially hard to do essentially. But the directors did a great job, and the writers did also a really great job. So on all of the action, all of the acting and everything just blend together really well, and I just love how well put together the movie is essentially. And that's all for today, folks. I'll see you next time.